Welcome to Naturally Aspirated Episode 5. Episode 5 was recorded right after Episode 4, so if some stuff seems out of date or out of context, that'd be why. Please enjoy. Alright guys, so I do have a couple Q&A questions here to wrap up the podcast from fans on Instagram for the most part. So, number one is going to be, what is the best supercar you've ever been in? And that's kind of broad. So, whatever you feel, whatever is the car that just pops into mind. Chili, you got anything?
Yeah, that 2014 Lambo that I was in. This is what we talked about when it was like, what's your favorite Lambo?
Oh, yeah. Huracan. That's right.
Yeah, that's it.
Bear?
I sat in like a 2016 GTR.
Nice.
So that's the best one I've ever been in, but I didn't drive in it. I didn't get like a ride in it or anything. I just sat in it.
Yeah.
Okay. That's still sick.
For me, calling in.
Wasn't it that Beamer?
Well,
Remember that Beamer you got to
I
drive?
drove the M5 Comp. That's definitely the best car I've ever driven. That was unreal. 600 something horsepower. But best car I've been in, I'd probably have to go with Rolls-Royce Cullinan, even though it's not really a supercar. Or I've ridden in 430 Scuderia was pretty sweet to ride in as well. Another one that stands
I
out.
remember you telling me about that.
That was sick. It's so loud. So loud. Another one that stands out for me is Bentley GT3R. There's something like, there's only a couple hundred of them, and there was one in Calgary in the dealership. I went there. I went to Aston Martin Bentley, and the Aston Martin guy's like, yeah, you can go over to Bentley. It's open, but no one's in there. I was like, she's like, so don't wreck anything. I'm like, okay. I go over there, and this car is just sitting there unlocked, and it's like,
You just went in?
I just sat there. I was just sitting.
How funny would that have been if the keys were in like the visor?
Just
you just
on.
pull it down. It's like, oh,
Keys in,
It's just
car
idling.
car in drive with the e-brake on, just waiting to get out of there.
it's rumbling.
That would have been so sick. But yeah.
Just idling in drive.
Yeah. Just waiting.
Oh man, I probably wouldn't be here today if that was the case. Serving some time for sure. All right.
What are you talking about?
What?
You wouldn't get caught. You just want to joyride and put it back.
Yeah. For sure. I'm sure they'd notice.
And you're not tall enough for them to see you on the cameras. You're not close enough to them. They won't be able to register your face.
Yeah. They'd be like, who's this child?
Come on, guys. Chili, you're only a couple inches taller than me, man.
Yeah, but I'm still
Yeah,
taller.
those headlines that sees like a 12-year-old stole his dad's car and drove halfway across the country. It's really just like
That's
short
exactly what
Italian.
they would assume. Yeah. That's exactly what they would assume.
Jeez.
And he's got like an entire Ferrari outfit on too when he's in it. He's got the racing gloves too.
Yeah, he's got like his go-kart outfit on.
Yeah, like it's all red, like with like a couple pinstripes on the side, and that's it. He's got the shoes to match.
I have my driving shoe. I have driving shoes for my sim racing.
You have driving shoes for your sim?
Let me grab them here.
Dude, now that you have the sim set up, my buddy, oh my.
They are for
yeah,
our
that's right.
shoes.
Puma makes gaming shoes. I forgot. Now that you have the F1 setup or like the wheel setup, my buddy has a VR. So I wanted to borrow them at the same time and play some authentic F1.
Come, borrow it, bring it here afterwards, and we'll play Dirt Rally together and throw up together.
Okay.
All right. Question number 2. Has anyone seen the Corvette C8 yet in public or anywhere like that?
No, I haven't in public.
No, I haven't.
I was really looking forward
But I have seen a lot of vets around, but I just haven't seen that one.
Yeah, for sure. There's a
Yeah,
lot
it's
out
vet
right
season.
now.
Yeah.
I was really looking forward to seeing that at the auto shows this year.
Yeah.
But darn
No, it looks crazy.
It does look really good. Every time I see it, I'm like, yeah, it looks good. It looks better and better every time.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. It looks insane. They always find such a good balance between like sleek curves and like aggressive, like in your face design. Like they always have like a really good balance, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
The Corvette's always a great looking car.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those old Vets from the 70s?
Oh
my God.
I was going to do one of those instead of 300 SL. I was going to do a like original Stingray or something, but
like, oh, those are so nice. This is actually such a nice car.
You looking at the C8?
Is there a?
Yeah.
There's a McLaren that it looks like, isn't there? Like an older McLaren.
12C, I don't know.
Maybe.
MP4
I have to
12C.
see this.
Find it.
I'd have to see the C8 in orange for me to tell if it's looking like a McLaren or not.
Yeah. I'm glad to see I'm not the only one who
12C.
pictures McLarens in orange. Like,
What other car did they even come in another color?
Yeah, maybe it is the. Oh, it's the MP4 12C. It kind of looks like.
Kinda. I mean, but
I think it looks better though.
That's like saying the Ferrari Roma looks like a Jaguar because it's the same shape.
Well, Dave said it, not me.
So what's your point?
But like, yeah, kind of, but not really.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, now we got a couple. Really. Oh, we'll go one more here before we get into really philosophical questions here.
Looking at the Ferrari Roma from the front, it looks like an angry man with a mustache.
Looks like me during November.
He's like yelling at you. But he's got like a mustache. He's got like a Lanny McDonald mustache. Sorry, continue.
The designer just drew his dad and it ended up being a car. Okay, last one. Do you guys think it's time for a R36 upgrade to the GTR?
Yeah.
Why?
Because the R35, if that's even what it's called, is just so out of date, and it's just like a big heavy box now.
It is, but I think the more they wait, the more they can charge for the new one.
Yeah, they're gonna try to move up and be like a real supercar when they Are they trying to move up and compete with the big boys?
They are also on the verge of bankruptcy, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're just trying to build up hype as much as they can until they actually, do it so that they can dig themselves out of this hole that they're in.
Worth putting the name on.
I bet you it was planned and it's put on the back shelf right now. That's
2007 is when they started releasing this generation. That's a long ass time.
Yeah, and it's had one minor facelift. I mean, it still looks good though. Like it is. Boxy.
Yeah, it looks good. It's just. I think it's just outdated, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
It's an old car.
Chili, anything?
At its core.
I don't know. I still kind of like it.
Oh, I definitely still like it, but
yeah,
it could use an update soon if they're financially able to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't like the futuristic concepts though.
Like
There's so many.
There's so many. Some of them are cool, but some of them are just so.
What's the Ital design one? Because I bet you that's what it looks like. GTR
I don't know.
50?
The thing is though, they changed it up from the R34 to the R35. Like they changed up the front end especially so much that I don't know. Do you think they're gonna continue on? Because the R32, R33, and R34 all look the same.
Yeah.
So I'm just wondering if they're gonna continue on with this look and update it, or if they're gonna actually make a new generation that looks different.
I think it'll look different, and I think it's gonna be similar to the Ital design ones.
The what?
Ital Designs GTR 50s. Those are those super special edition ones. 1.2 million.
Yeah, I was actually just looking at that. That'd be sick.
So Ital Design is a Italian, obviously, car company.
Those are cool. Yeah, I can see that being like a logical step for them to take.
But also, it can't look too much alike because they charged $1.2 million for it. So,
well, why not? Yeah. That's just screwing the people who spent all that kind of money on it.
Yeah,
to the normal folk.
Exactly. I'd be pretty pissed if they made a car for $100,000.
Well, if you're like spending that much money on a car, I'm sure he doesn't. Like, I'm sure he has a lot more money. Like, I'm sure like it does not even matter to him.
But I mean,
yeah, I'm sure he is unaffected.
you're devaluing our GTR 50 if you make one that looks exactly the same, right? That's half the price.
Yeah, but isn't it one of a kind?
No, there's 50 or something. It is a.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So.
I thought it was like this Ital Designs like his car.
No. They actually work together on a couple of them. All right.
I see.
Into the pretty deep questions here. Let's start with, how long do you think gasoline cars will be around for in the future?
I give it 2050 max.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I think like in Britain, aren't they doing like by 2030, all gasoline cars are phased out?
What are they gonna use?
Or like they're not selling? Or like they're proposing that, or like they're trying to push that.
Or like there's gonna be no more new gasoline models.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't
know. Like you'll still have gas cars, so there's gonna be no more new models.
Yeah.
What
are you gonna do though?
I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if that's confirmed or that's
well, hey, it all depends on like the way technology advances, and I mean, at the rate that technology is advancing, it's very possible to see something like that.
Yeah, but
here's the thing, Dave. I know you're gonna say that battery cars produce just as much waste as gasoline powered cars, and that's true. But there's way more potential for clean energy in batteries than there is in fossil fuels.
Well, actually, what I was going to say...
We're like at the max efficiency for fossil fuels.
But what I was going to say is... So, the United Kingdom's government said they want no gasoline cars by 2030 or whatever, something like that. But then they also said that they cannot support electric cars. Their grid needs at least 2 times as much electricity.
Yeah, so they're going to start using nuclear power plants.
That's cap.
What do you mean?
It's so, like, by 2030, I would hope that, like, every place everywhere should be using solar panels, and, like, there's so much energy that's just not being harnessed that they can easily use.
But who's going to pay
for it? Just
widely
available.
Who's going to...
I don't know. I would hope by 2030, maybe not 2030, I'd hope by 2050, like,
like 10 years from now is too quick, to be honest with you guys.
30 years from now, yeah.
But 30 years from now, it's possible. Like, I could definitely see it.
I could see 30 years. I think 10 is a little ridiculous, honestly. It's going to, especially with what's going on right now, it's going to drag it out for a little bit.
Yeah.
But...
Well, I mean, look at gas prices right now around us.
Yeah, there's an abundance of oil right now, too, so there's no...
Yeah.
And I saw on CBS News, the hole in the ozone layer over the North Pole...
Closed.
...has fixed itself over the past 2 years, and the pandemic pushed it over the edge, and now it's fixed, which I thought was sweet. That's pretty cool.
It's insane.
It's cool how the Earth...
Like, it's healing itself because we're not... so much
it was healing before. It was like a phenomenon that happened like in the last 2 years. It was like a solar vortex, I think it was called.
Yeah.
Or some, but it was starting to heal. But yeah, the COVID thing is like what like gave it that extra oomph to like fully shut.
That's so cool. I just think that's so cool. It's like a living, breathing thing, man. Just fixes itself. But I don't know. I just
which is why we should move away from gasoline cars.
My little nerdy thing.
Man. Yeah.
All right.
Although I do love gasoline cars, like nothing beats like.
Until they need to like find a way to make it feel the exact same as an electric car. And then you can be like, okay, I'm okay with this.
Here's the last question. They're kind of connected. It's in 50 years, what do you see the car industry looking like?
Hover cars.
In 50 years?
No.
There won't be hover cars by 2070.
Yeah, there will.
No.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
For sure. Yeah, we'll be starting.
Do they have any? Like, what are the advancements in that field? I'm completely.
Have you not seen the magnet trains?
No, like I said, I'm completely.
Oh, okay. Well, in
oblivious to this.
Some parts of Asia, they use bullet trains. It's magnets, so it's a hover train. It doesn't touch the ground at all. Mm-hmm. They're gonna start doing that with cars.
No.
Are they gonna put magnets under the road?
You can't. No.
Yeah. So you'll. Yes.
Disagree.
So every car would have to be a hover car.
Not every car. You just have it underneath the
asphalt.
Like you'd have certain highways in certain places. But like it will definitely happen in the States first.
So it's like, oh, if you're poor and you can't afford a hover car, you can't drive here. Screw you.
No, like so it'll be underneath the asphalt.
Sounds very American, actually.
Yeah, it's private. You don't see any private highways they own there?
Yeah, they do. Toll booths and everything, right? Private roads.
Yeah.
You guys want to hear a logical answer?
Just in LA.
Yeah? Sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
The magnet roads, they'll just be in LA.
Yeah, that's definitely a California thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
I'm gonna
maybe say like Seattle.
Mark my words.
Yeah. Eugene.
In 2070, replay this, and you'll be like, "Oh, dang, he was right."
Okay, remind me. In 2070.
I will. Yeah, if I'm still alive.
70, I hope so.
Well, I put my body through too much, man.
I know. I was there. I was there on your birthday.
Yeah. Yeah, I know, right? I also broke my finger just recently, too.
Yeah, you're a mess right now.
I know.
Man, that sucks.
I really genuinely think, just through my research, hydrogen combustion cars will be the future. So how hydrogen combustion works, I don't know. There's some sort of combustion engine, and it throws it into a battery. So it's in the middle between electric and a gasoline combustion car. It's kind of like that.
So what's the fuel?
Hydrogen gas.
Hydrogen and oxygen, and then it pumps out water.
The exhaust.
Yeah.
The exhaust.
They've already built cars like it.
Yeah, there are hydrogen.
The only problem is that we just it's kind of tough to get all of it together because it's not very efficient.
So you got to build the infrastructure for it, but you can convert gasoline stations to it. Europe has hydrogen stations, as well as the only place in Canada I know of is BC, Vancouver. Vancouver has 5, cool. And then there's 2 more outside of the Vancouver somewhere. So it's definitely like, yeah, the exhaust gases are H2O and hydrogen. So
yeah,
it's pretty sick.
Well, if it's so widely available, they should be doing it way before 2070.
Well, yeah, but that's what I think the basis of what's going on in 2070.
So it'll be hydrogen powered hover cars. That's the thing, though.
They won't, because there's so much money in oil. They won't move to that.
There's so much.
Yeah,
oil.
But there's going to be.
That's the thing. There's no reason to.
The only thing that'll keep all this oil working is how much money that the people have invested into it already, and how much money they're profiting off.
Don't worry, oil's not going away anytime soon in some sort of capacity for lubricants.
You need it for plastic.
Yeah, everything plastic, polyester is all petroleum-based products.
Yeah.
So it'd be cool if we could get away from it as burning it, but stuff like that. Even I saw electric cars use highly refined petroleum-based lubricant in their motors, which I thought was pretty funny. It's kind of ironic, right?
Yeah.
But
that's funny.
Yeah, definitely want to phase off it, but I don't think it's not going away. That industry's fine.
No.
Any last words? You know, we went through pretty quick today, pretty smooth. I'm actually impressed with us. Chili, any last words?
Just stay safe, you know?
That was Bear's sign off last time.
Yeah, well, I figured I could use it this time.
Bear?
Drink water. Everybody drink water.
Everybody drink water. If you're hydrated, you're always ready to go.
And don't be afraid of carbs. It's okay.
Don't be afraid of cars.
Hold on.
All right. So
as long as you go for a run after.
I'm getting bored of listening to you guys talk. So.
Okay, we'll finish it off here. Thank you guys for watching, listening, subscribe, rate us, give us a thumbs up, whatever you do on your platform. Feel free to tweet me, message me on Facebook or Instagram your top 5 car pick in our format there, as well as comment on YouTube. Thank you. Please subscribe.